Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 high-end makeup items that I think are worth the splurge. So before we get into it, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into it. Some of these items I have been loving for a really long time, and one of them in particular is a very new development that I've just been absolutely loving over the past month or so. So let's just hop right into it in no particular order. The first product I have to say is absolutely worth it is from Tilbury, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This one's been a favorite of mine for so long. As you can tell, I'm already almost done with this one, and this is not my first bottle of this. This is a setting spray that is so incredible for locking in the makeup, but it's also not drying. The way I typically love to describe this setting spray is it is a perfect hybrid between the MAC Fix Plus and the Urban Decay All Nighter. It is super hydrating, but it just locks the makeup in such an amazing way. Your makeup is completely budge proof all day long whenever you use this. I love this setting spray so much. I really don't keep a lot of setting sprays on hand, to be honest. I currently do have an all-nighter on me. I also have the Glam Guard from Lawless, and I have one of these. And that's it. Once I finish up the all-nighter, I don't really think I would repurchase as long as I have the Tilbury. I also will not purchase the Lawless. I love the Lawless Glam Guard because it is such a microfine spray and it behaves very similarly to this, but the pump is a little bit defective, so that gets really messy. So for that reason, I probably would not repurchase. Whereas this, it's a fine mist. It's not as fine as the Lawless, but it's fine enough that you don't get harsh drops on your face. The packaging is 10 out of 10. The product itself is 10 out of 10. I love this one. Yes, it's expensive, but it is worth it. Okay, the next product is one I have not mentioned a ton. I don't want to say I've been gatekeeping it because I haven't. This is one that I've come to love over the last 6 months, and this is from Lancome, and this is their Sales Booster XL. So this is not a new product by any means, but I recently tried a sample of this. I say recently, probably in December. I tried a sample of this, and what this is, it is just a lash primer. So it just looks like this. I did not use this today because I was filming multiple looks with one palette, so I was taking my makeup off and putting it back on, so I didn't use this today. But this is what I use to prep my eyelashes before mascara almost every day, and this makes my lashes look so full and long, and I love when my natural lashes just look huge. I love length, I love volume, but I hate messing around with false eyelashes. This makes my natural lashes big enough that I don't really feel any sort of need to play with false lashes. It's so good. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It plays well with every mascara. I just absolutely love this product. And I haven't experienced another lash primer that does as well as this. This also doesn't cause the mascara to break up or flake, and it absolutely doesn't make the lashes clumpy. It just does every single thing I want. I love this lash primer so much. I cannot say enough good things about it. Next is a product you've heard me talk about many times, and this is from Natasha Denona, and this is her mini Viva. So her eyeshadow formula in general is probably my favorite formula. I am wearing her new Yucca palette today, but I think her 5-pan palettes are really worth it. I know her midi size can get very pricey, but these little minis are such a great way to try out her formula for a fair price point. I think they're around $28 now, but I love these so much. In particular, the mini Viva is my very favorite. I went on vacation last month, and this is what I took with me because I love the look I come out with every single time I use this one. It is a very peachy toned palette, but for me it's very flattering. I love the looks I create. It's so blendable. It's so easy to work with. This shimmer in the middle is so special. So while I recommend in general her mini palettes because I think it's an affordable way to try out a phenomenal formula. Mini Viva, if you like peachy tones, is absolutely worth it. For me, this is money well spent, and this is actually an eyeshadow palette I would repurchase if I ran out of it. Pretty much none of my eyeshadow palettes, I love them, but I can't foresee ever having to repurchase an eyeshadow palette because it does take so long to go through them, and I do have a larger collection. I can actually see myself running out of this shimmer in particular, and I would repurchase it just for that shimmer. So I think that goes to show this is the best eyeshadow palette in my entire collection. The next product I want to talk about is another one that I have talked to death, and this is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. So mine is actually really low. I used it today, so I did shake it, but it's actually around down to here at this point. It's very, very close to empty, and I will be repurchasing this one. I love this foundation so much. This is what I have on today. It is a medium coverage, so if you have a lot of blemishes, you might want to spot conceal. But on my dry skin, this is the best foundation I have ever tried. I have some foundations that I absolutely love from the drugstore. I have some foundations that are higher end that I love. And they're all still really, really good options, but absolutely nothing is this. And sometimes I'll go through phases where I might not use this for a little bit, and then I'll test out a new foundation and I'll absolutely love it. And I'll kind of keep that in my mind. Do I like it better than the Nars? The second I put on the Nars, I remember that as good as that new foundation is, nothing tops this. For the longest time, my favorite foundation was the Catrice True Skin. I still think that one is an incredible foundation. It is very, very full coverage, but it looks so good and perfecting on the skin, and it also does not feel heavy, and it's a great price point. But that one is no longer readily available in Canada, so it is harder for me to get my hands on that one. I did use it all up, so I actually just don't have it anymore. But I ended up liking this more anyway. This is just so hydrating, so comfortable. It looks so good on the skin. It does have those light reflecting properties, so it just gives the skin a healthy glow without being too glowy. It blends out like an absolute dream. It just looks so flawless on the skin, and whenever I'm wearing this throughout the day, I'll catch glimpses of my skin in the mirror and I'll be thinking how good my skin looks that day before I remember that it looks good because of this. This foundation is just my all-time favorite foundation. Nothing has topped this. I've had a few come close, but absolutely nothing has topped this. So I absolutely think this is worth the splurge. It is expensive, but it's 100% worth the splurge. The last product I want to mention today is one that I've only been playing with over the last month or so, and that is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. So this one I was going to do a review on, but mine came in super late, so I didn't. But this is an incredible concealer. This is so good. This is, I don't even know how to say what I like so much. First of all, I love the packaging. The doe foot on this is pretty large, but this is a really, really beautiful hydrating concealer that is so comfortable. It blends out so easily. It lasts all day long. It never looks heavy. I feel like it looks very skin-like on my under eyes while also giving me the coverage that I want. It's definitely more of a medium coverage as opposed to a full coverage in my opinion, but again, it just looks so great under the eyes. It lasts all day long. It never looks heavy. It never breaks apart. It just gives me all of the coverage while looking skin-like and keeping my under eyes hydrated and looking great. So she did such a good job with this concealer. This is so recent. I haven't even mentioned this in a speed reviews, but it is very, very quickly become one of my very top favorite concealers. I recently finished up my One Size concealer that I love so much, and I think I actually like this one more. So I don't know what that says, but I have been absolutely loving that one. And I thought there was only going to be 5 products that I was going to mention in this video, but as I was filming and talking about my favorite products, I realized I was leaving out a very important product. From Give Beauty, this is their Painted Up Long Wear Mousse Eyeshadow. I have the shade Midriff. This product is the most long-wearing crease-proof cream eyeshadow I have ever tried, that I have ever used. I have quite a few cream and liquid eyeshadows in my collection. I don't reach for them the most because mostly they might dry down quickly and look really nice for a little bit, but they just break up and flake off and crease and do all of the things. With this, that is not the case. This looks so beautiful on the eyes. I love this shade in particular. This is kind of like a rose gold shade. This one, you can put it down on the lids. I usually use a brush. You have about 20 or 30 seconds to work with it, get it blended out, get it in place. Once that time is up, it is there. I do not think this is a very buildable product. You have that 20 to 30 second window, like I mentioned, to build it up and get it to do what you want. Once that time is up, your eyeshadow is not going anywhere. I have very oily eyelids as well, and this does not move. This will last all day long. I love this cream eyeshadow so much. I have it on my list to pick up more shades during the next VIB sale, or maybe even just the next order I place, because I love these so much. These are foolproof. They just look so great on the eyes, and I absolutely love it. And that is it. Those are 6 makeup items that are absolutely worth the splurge. So let me know down below what high-end makeup items you think are worth the splurge. Is there anything I should be trying out? Let me know down below. I love hearing from you guys so much, and I love testing out some of your favorites. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload at least 3 new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!